guys. Well, it's Sunday afternoon and I've come onto quite a windy and stormy Gamtoos. I'm going to work my way down this bank now and throw a bit of top water, see if there's little young Garricks around before I get into the slightly deeper water where I'll throw for a cobby. I was out fishing this morning with Bruce and we fished for about 2 hours. We bank stalked, so we didn't do any filming, but he was in the shop on Friday. We made some quick plans to throw a line together this morning, and one of his brand new Shiver Sticks he bought from me banged a nice 79 centimeter cob. I'll see if I can get the pictures up in the video. But yeah, let's hope this afternoon throws a cob or two. But in the meantime, I'm going to work down the Cronsies here on the outgoing tide now, and often there's a Garrick or two, sometimes a bream hugged up against the side here. So let's throw the top water, and let me show you what I'm doing. The setup I'm on is a Kuma Raw. You've seen them in the shop. This is the 1-piece 1-ounce rod. I'm fishing that with the Stratic, Shimano Stratic 3000 and 15-pound HMP braid. The lure that I'm using is the Bone White. This one's got a lot of miles in it. Sure Strike Bone White, top water, and that's got a little fishing buddy fast release clip that's holding it onto the lure, and our Shima Classic Competition and 0.50. Right, let's just skirt up to the rocks a bit here. So we've drifted out a bit now. We'll see if any Garrick hiding around the rocks. The wind's going to be an issue. It's going to keep blowing me off, but I'll just keep readjusting the boat as we go along. Call that tree in front there, the one with the little grey heron is sitting on. Call it the fig tree. I don't think it's actually a fig tree, but in front of that tree there is a whole bunch of sort of flat slate rocks, which often hold bait fish on the outgoing tide, and the Garrick seem to hang around. The whole area here is quite rocky. What's going on my top water here? I've got the hooks tangled on that one. There we go. Just push myself off here. So I have caught quite a few bream down this section. Obviously the main catch is going to be a Garrick, but I've caught quite a few bream. I've got a grunter or two. The grunter often come into these shallow areas in between the rocks and suck out a few prawns. No. There's that heron. Yeah, sorry man, sorry. Huh. No Garrick today. Oh, we're getting closer to that fig tree. Normally always pick up a bite, and it might be a bit too close to the side. Now, of course, the Garrick are behind me. Yeah, chaps, and as I'm drifting down here, I'm checking my surroundings all the time for fish activities. I'm scouring the other bank. I'm listening to noises of tail slaps from grunter, seeing if I can see the tails on the other side there. I'm looking further down my drift here, seeing if there's any grunter And the shallows up in the next little bay. Garrick on the surface, you know. I'm taking in everything as I'm going along, because often those become split decisions. You know, do you change your course and go and try for that species you saw or that activity you saw? Or do you stay on holding the line, you know, and seeing if there's a fish in the water? But the more you have to make those decisions, the better you are at sort of making those split decisions. You know, those sort of on the moment tough decisions sometimes, because you think you might be on a fish here, but you see things happening on that side of the river. So the more you do them, the better they'll become, because you'll obviously start learning by experience. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled. Watch for birds as well. Birds on the bank will often tell you that there's bait fish holding up there. And if there's bait fish, not far behind them are the predators. So, you know, keep your surroundings very, very, very in frame of mind and frame of thought as you drift down one of your lure fishing missions. I'm blown away that we haven't had a Garrick come up and blow up on this little topwater yet. Unreal. We're getting to the point where I want to start spinning for cob here as well. Let's do one more cast. One more cast. That's a good one. It's just on the line I like. So what I'm doing is, I know there's a lot of rocks on this little section from what I call the fig tree, which is coming up on the right here, all the way down to the Bay of Plenty, I call it. And there's a row of rocks. It's probably about 3-4 meters from the side, and then there's quite a drop away down to about 4-5 meters. And I like pitching a lure just as I'm on the drift, just along that line, that ledge line. If there is a predator, he's either going to be sitting behind one of these rocks just to his left, or the lure's left, or he's going to be in that trench just to the right. Not a touch. Not a touch. And I was going to quickly show you how easy it is to catch a Garrick. One more to beat me. Lovely. What I do here is, you'll see me aiming slightly inland, but I've learned now that when there's a breeze, there's a westerly blowing. So if I go down further down past the Kransies, it'll hit me quite badly, but tucked in behind the Kransies here. Oh, there we go. That's a grunter, folks. That's a grunter. 3 goes at it. I don't know if he'll come back. That was a grunter, guys. I don't know if you heard him going on the first one, and then his clumsy attempts to suck it in. Okay, so now I'm going to have to complete this drift. That was definitely a grunter. And I'm coming up just onto the section that's got quite a bit of sand in between the rocks. The Bay of Plenty down there is the actual one. But yep, without a doubt that was a grunter. Get another one down that line now. I can actually see the line here beneath me. Oh, it's a little bit too shallow. Let's give it a horn. Alright, I'm just drifting over the spot now where I had that take. There's a nice big dust cloud here. Something came off the bottom for that. Oh, it was a grunter that was feeding there. Was right in these flat rocks here. And I'm wondering if that wasn't a bream. Damn it. Damn it. I think I might have to make another drift. I'll be here with a little suspending bait. Last of these flat rocks now. If I was ever expecting a strike, it would have been here. Oh, just saw a flash off this rod. Damn it. That was a decent fish. Oh. No dust clouds, I don't think it was a grunt. Okay, the plan is to go for another cob here. We're losing the light quite quickly. It's got a little drizzle we've got predicted of about 6 or 7 mils of rain this evening. So I was hoping to get this little session in before that started. But I'm just drifting down the main channel. I'm not bothering to do shots left and right. I'm drifting a bit fast. There's a slight wind over my right shoulder, and it's a couple of hours now into the outgoing tide. I did that drift, as you saw, all the way down the Crancies, and the aim and the hope there was to get a nice little Garrick or a grunter, even a rock bream or a river bream. And that was on topwater, and I had that one little showing which I'm pretty sure was a grunter. And then I was about to call it quits and say that's it for the evening, because I saw the rain clouds coming, and I thought, let me do one drift down. Chaps, the rod I'm using, and it's my preferred rod for fishing for cob, is the Sensation or Akuma Tiger Tamer. It's a 7'2", all Fuji component, extremely light rod, extremely powerful, but the thing that I really love about it is 2-ounce cast weight, which means that when you want to throw these nice big 7-inch plastics with a nice 3/4 out or even a 1-ounce head, you can with this rod. Chaps, this is not an all-round rod. When you come into the shop to buy one of these, you've got to know that it's a cob rod and it's for cob fishing only. If I pick up this rod, unless I'm spinning for shad with it, it's with the full intention of throwing a big plastic or a big bucktail and looking for a big cob. It's not a rod that you're going to be pitching little lures with. It's actually a very stiff rod. It's light in the hand, it's crisp, and it's responsive, but you're not going to be bopping a little 3/8 bucktail with it. It's not made for that. But for this kind of fishing, I don't think there's a better off-the-shelf rod for aiming specifically at cob or big fish than the Akuma Tiger Tamer. I paired that with the Samar HD 4000, and I've got 15-pound HMP braid. I've just re-spooled this, so I'm waiting for my first wind knot. Well, we're in the last hour of sunlight now. My plan for a Garrick didn't go too well by the Crancies, so I came down and threw for a cob here along the drift, and I've just managed to get one. Small one, but a cob nonetheless. It's just started to drizzle now, so I'm hoping that camera lens and a little bit of wipe is going to hold up. Let's get this guy landed. Oh, he's taking it right in. Not the biggest cob, but at this point I'll take any cob that comes my way. Good. In the boat. Put a bit more control in here. Right, and there we go guys, mermaid's tail strikes again, just drifting down in the light drizzle on the Gamtoos. Given up hopes, but I thought I'll do one more run down the line when this little fella came along and said, how's it to my mermaid's tail? Straight down the hatch. Let's get this one back in the water and see if there's one more before dark o'clock. Tight lines guys. Stop recording.